It's story time! Hello and welcome back to Ashley Storrie's YouTube channel. I'm Ashley Storrie and this is my mother Jenny Godley, and this is our 1,000 subscriber celebration video that I have promised, because you guys, 1,000 subscribers, before I even got to the end of November, I promised my viewers that if I got to 1,000 subscribers that I would read the bad fan fiction that I wrote. When I was 18.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
It is a Harry Potter stroke. I can't even. It's a Harry Potter stroke Dirty Dancing romance. Nobody I know has ever read anything I've written. And I'm going to say this now. I've deleted this off my FanFiction account, my old FanFiction account. Do not go looking for the other stuff I wrote, because in all fairness, this is the least bad.
I'm going to now look
I
for
get to 1 million subscribers and I will read you the fan fiction I wrote about Harry Potter inspired by the foot and mouth outbreak of the 90s.
What age were you when you wrote
18.
18. I was married at that age, carry on.
Well, they were the olden days. Description. Just a bit of fun. It's a cute and silly one-off kind of thing. So if you guys are looking for a quick laugh, read on. Fiction rated T for teenager. Which means there's no penetration.
Great.
Disclaimer. I do not own Harry Potter.
Right,
Just
I'm glad.
in case anybody thought 18-year-old me was J.K. Rowling writing Harry Potter stroke Dirty Dancing themed stories.
I can't wait for you to get to it.
Nor do I own Time of My Life from Dirty Dancing.
Good, I'm glad.
No capitalisation. Author note. This is a kinda one-off silly story, so don't, no apostrophe, judge too much. It's no apostrophe, just a bit of fun. I started my story with a Latin quote. Difficile est ceterum non scribere.
I fucking hate
Do you know what that translates as?
I'm a dick.
It's difficult not to write satire. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Do you want me to read it?
No, because that'll be worse. Malfoy, I can't do it. Hermione was standing trembling in a bathrobe. Her hair was full with glossy curls that bounced with every move she made.
Carry on. She's got glossy hair.
With every move she made. We're not on for another hour! Exclamation point, Draco hissed, though he gave her a slight squeeze on the shoulder. This seemed to calm her ever so slightly. Oh my god, I've just remembered. There's a twist in the end.
That's a twist at the end! Holy fuck!
I'm that embarrassed, I'm that hot that my glasses have steamed up. It had been 3 months since the charity show had been announced. Lavender had squealed with delight. Neville had choked on his spoon, nearly swallowing it. Harry had looked utterly bewildered. He had done nothing that involved talent except for being on a broom. I really hated Harry Potter. Like, I loved the Harry Potter books, but I fucking hated Harry Potter. Hermione's reaction had been the best. When Dumbledore had announced that the night would be headlined by the head boy and girl, she had got up from her chair and ran straight out onto the grounds, vomiting everywhere. Right. Whew. Hermione had her head in books for a bloody good reason. Bloody good, like how posh, for a bloody good reason.
Jolly hockey sticks.
She was tone deaf, had 2 left feet, and most of all hated with all her might being on stage. She heard their, spelt wrong, she heard their names being called. It was an hour already? I can't do this, she thought to herself, in case she thought to someone else. After what seemed like a decade of self-confliction, she bit the bullet. Oh, she grabbed the bottle of butterbeer Malfoy was holding and downed it. There's no alcohol in butterbeer. She wiped her mouth on the back of her hand and threw off her robe. Underneath was a tight-fitting, sparkly dress. Basque-like, the dress was long at the back but exceptionally short at the front, showing legs that no one at Hogwarts knew Hermione to possess.
That became a fashion years later.
She grabbed Malfoy with one hand and tapped him on the chin with the other. Oh, I feel sick. In silver high heels, Hermione walked up the stairs to the stage. The applause stopped. Lights cut to black. A spotlight hit them. The music started. Now Now I've had the time of my life. Perhaps glaring, but let's hope gazing, the two kept eye contact through the whole dance, starting off slow at first. A waltz of Draco's creation, as he would not let Hermione lead. All of a sudden, and I owe it all to you.
Can I just stop you there? What, was you writing this in the room when I was in here? I should have been at that fucking door. Carry on.
Oh, if only you knew. The foot and mouth one, Mum. Except it's hippogriff and not cows. It was crippling to the wizarding economy. Oh, we know to you. The tempo picked slightly. Draco released Hermione's hand and kept grip of her waist. Spelt wrong. Still, like waist as in sewage.
I can't believe you went to school at 18 and you still couldn't spell. That's annoying me, man.
Suck a dick, ma.
Right, carry on.
I was raised by an illiterate man and a woman who thought that Trump is a cunt was a proper protest. It's not like we focused a lot on the spelling of things. Grip of her waist, sticking one of his legs in between hers, he tugged slightly. Hermione, knowing the routine like a book, flopped backwards. That's the least sexy thing in the world.
I know this like a book flopped backwards.
No, she knew this like a book and flopped backwards.
Right, okay.
There was just no comma. Her spine bending in such a feline way that everyone silently gasped. Draco looked capricious. I didn't know what that word meant. I literally used it a lot and didn't know what it meant. As she came back up, Draco put his hand on her neck and ran it down her chest. This was not in the rehearsal. Very Weinstein-y. When eyes met, she glared at him. He just gave her a cheeky wink and pulled her close. I'm surprised I didn't write capricious wink. You're the one thing I can't get enough of. He pulled her so close their noses were touching. When Hermione and Draco, this twisty bit coming in, when Hermione and Draco had taken to the stage, two unseen lovers had snuck behind the stage. They held each other silently, whispering sweet nothings into each other's ears. Lips met suddenly. Both met on an urge that could not be controlled. Too long had this Romeo and Juliet hid their love back on the stage. No, I've never felt this way before.
Were you a virgin at this point?
Yes. Very much a virgin.
Just checking.
No, obviously. I had never seen a penis in real life at this point. Hermione was feeling more comfortable now. Perhaps it was her low tolerance to alcohol, there is no alcohol in butterbeer,
right.
Or perhaps it was the giddy feeling she was getting from the look on Draco's face. They had rehearsed for 2 straight weeks now. She had been putting it off. Never once had she felt like this when he had held her. With my body and soul, I want you more than you'll ever know. At this line, Hermione decided to improvise. She pulled Draco, who was coming, out of her comma after coming, no good reason, into her by the tie, then lifted her leg up so that her thigh ran along his waist. Then she grabbed his hand and gripped it to her leg. He let her take the lead. He held her by the leg and then let her flop backwards again.
I'm quite astounded at your intricate choreography for some cunt who's not been sex or danced. Right. Your diadem's gone shonky.
I know my diadem's gone shonky, but the whole thing's gone shonky,
right,
so why worry? They were Johnny Castle and Baby Houston.
Of course they were.
Meanwhile, backstage, Lavender sat with a bloody nose. Ginny had her arm around her. You stupid cow! The reason we let you catch her was because you couldn't do anything else.
What?
I don't know.
What this means?
It seems that their dreams of Bring It On.
What's Bring It On?
It's a film about cheerleaders.
Jesus Christ.
Had not paid off. While doing a rendition of Justin Timberlake in high-heeled kicking dance form, Millicent Bulstrode, who had been placed with the group by Dumbledore, messed up her only part, which was to catch Lavender after being thrown into a back somersault. Millicent had missed, a nose has smashed. To compensate for her best friend's bloody nose, Parvati finished with her little rant and instead leapt on Millicent and kicked 5 colours of shite out of her. I love it, I can't hide my Glaswegianness. And kicked 5 colours. It's been so, like, and then kicked 5 colours of shite on stage, The song was nearing the end. It was the lift at the end, and she had never successfully done it. I'm surprised I never wrote a bit where they're in the Great Lake practicing. The slowly ascending melody told her that it was time. She slowly backed up and then at the highest note ran to him. He lifted her effortlessly, had held her in place, then slowly lowering her to the ground. Lowering. Lowering to the cattle were lowing. The cattle are lowing. Yeah, that's what I've written. When their eyes met, he found there was, spelt wrong, he found there was nothing else he could do except kiss her, spelled accept instead of accept. Except kiss her. The music climaxed. The place went wild. The curtains at the back of the stage dropped to reveal, Happy Christmas, Hogwarts, good night to all. Then below, Crabbe and Goyle, half naked, kissing while hand roamed. Oh, hand roamed! There was the gay sex going on behind them. That was the twist. Is that there was a homoerotic sex going on behind the curtain.
Ashley, you were 18.
Yeah.
What the fuck was going on in your brain?
I don't know, I was lonely.
And do you know what I'm going to do?
What?
And it's really important and poignant. See if you ever get married. That's what I'm reading out as a speech at the wedding.
But people, 1,000 subscribers. Get 1,000. What should I do for a second 1,000?
The second 1,000 you should reenact it.
No! If you enjoyed that video, please like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. Get